6 o'clock on this morning as things are dark for us. We hope you had a great weekend and that you're gearing up and ready for a nice day of eclipse coverage, because we certainly got a lot planned for you. A lot of excitement. We've been counting down to this day for really a couple of years now, so we've got a lot to unpack for you this morning.
And we have team coverage from across the Circle City. Our Samantha Johnson's at IMS covering all of the cool events there and plenty of events that they have going on.
And meteorologist Matt Standridge is joining us on Sunrise this morning from Butler University, where they have a really cool setup viewing the eclipse. But hey, there's Chuck checking us out this morning.
And he is at the State Fairgrounds as the excitement builds for the total solar eclipse. But first, the very all-important forecast. Lindsay, get it started.
Oh, I know the pressure's been on, and we're going to really luck out here in central Indiana today because we had rain not that long ago overnight. The storm system moved through. Already starting to see some drier air moving in, and that's going to help to clear the sky out from west to east today. We're already seeing mainly clear skies in western Indiana. That's an encouraging sign. Although if you wake up this morning, places like Richmond down to maybe Greensburg, and you see a pretty overcast sky, don't worry. Things will clear out in your direction as the morning progresses. 50 right now in Indy. We've got 51 in Shelbyville. It is a cooler 42 in Terre Haute, where that sky has been mostly clear. And we're going to be talking about temperatures back in the 70s and some high thin clouds for eclipse time. More on your forecast coming up. Want to get you out to the roadways though this morning. Pretty good news so far. We're going to take you first out to the west side of town. This is I-465 38th Street. Starting to see a few more cars on the roadway this morning. Does look like we are in pretty good shape. Same deal over on the west side for, I should say, I-70 near those 465 ramps at the airport. Things looking pretty good. So if you're coming into the city, want to break down a couple of dry times. I-70 versus 40. Of course, if you want to stick to a local highway, we got about an 18-minute drive. That's going to take you from State Road 9 to 465, also known as that Monrovia exit, coming in along I-70 to 465. We're talking about 11 minutes. Again, out on the roads this morning, want to take you back out to the airport. Everything's looking pretty good as we are anticipating folks coming into the city from all over the country. This is going to be one of the main thoroughfares they use. Also keep in mind, a lot of folks coming in from the Chicago area down to the path of totality. So 65 southbound in between perhaps Frankfort and Lebanon. That's going to be a busy stretch of roadway, anticipating that to be something that we'll watch for you as we go into the morning hours today. Things will be a little busy for you, but of course we'll be here keeping an eye on the roadways and where we see potentially any issues. Hey, a lot of those folks headed down to the State Fairgrounds, and that's where we're going to check in with Chuck Lofton. What's going on out there this morning?
Well, you're doing a heck of a job this morning, Lindsay, and I can't wait for you to get out here with me later on today. I'm standing in front of our Portable Weather Academy out here. In fact, I'm going to preview for you folks. Now watch closely. This is going to be a preview of totality of the eclipse later today. You ready? There it is. It's going to be much more dramatic here, and Lindsay and I are going to be here as part of Channel 13 sponsorship at the State Fairgrounds, but somebody else you're going to meet as well. Jimmy Steele does the afternoons at 107.9 The Mix, and I know many of you listen to him on your way home from work. He's also the program director for WZPL and 107.9 The Mix. But Jimmy, what I love about you is you have a love for the eclipse, and this is really a very important thing to you, right?
Very much so. I'm 57, okay, I had to say it. But ever since I was about 13, I've been waiting for this day.
Wow.
Really have. So you promised a decent one today, right?
That's right. We're gonna clear this thing out at least a little bit. And you've got your own telescope here, and you're going to be showing folks as well what they can expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Throughout the day, it's a home-built telescope, and I brought what they call a projection shield, which is a fancy term for construction paper.
So how are you going to do this then?
I'm going to look at the shadow, never through the telescope,
right,
of course, but I'm going to be looking at the shadow on the ground and you know, making a little circle there. It's pretty easy to focus on the sun because you know right where it is. And as it's in a partial eclipse, I'll be able to hold this sheet out from the eyepiece of the telescope and project the actual eclipse onto this piece of paper.
And so then when we get to totality, you're going to get to watch it with everyone else.
Yeah, and I'm going to take my glasses off for that, but then of course to remember to put them back on.
That's
because
right.
It's actually worse for you than looking at the sun, because after 4 minutes your eyes get dilated.
That's true.
And you don't want that, of
Very
course.
true. Well, Jimmy Steele from 107.9 The Mix, he and the folks from Cumulus Radio are going to be out here, and coming up in just a few minutes, Julia and Jalea, we are going to be previewing some of the great food, because what is the State Fairgrounds Fairgrounds without great food. And we're going to be previewing that for the Great American Eclipse out here at the Fairgrounds coming up in a few minutes.
I would like the eclipse of the side of a corn dog. I think that's the best way to do it, Chuck. Thank you.
I love, there's so much to learn about this, like listening to Jimmy there. So that is really great. Again, total solar eclipse today.
So the countdown has been on for a while now. We're now down to about 9 hours. And Central Indiana, you know that we have the best seats in the country to watch. And speaking of great seats, Samantha Johnson is live inside of Indianapolis Motor Speedway now, where they're having a giant watch party there later today. And I think they have a lot of seats, wouldn't you say, Samantha?
Yeah, I think we've got things covered out here, but we are expecting up to 50,000 spectators to come out to see this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and everyone who does is going to get one of these, right? You got to have your glasses, and these have been coined the greatest spectacles, which feels pretty appropriate here at IMS. And look who's up early with us this morning. President Doug Bowles is here. This is crazy, right? It's not quite May yet, but it almost feels like race day out here.
It feels like race day. 48 days away from the Indianapolis 500% by Cambridge, and now we get to do this with our friends at Purdue and our friends at NASA. We've been doing this for 6 years. We're talking about it for 6 years. It's hard to believe it's today.
Yeah, so talk about, we don't do anything small around here, right, at IMS. Talk to us about the experts. You mentioned NASA and Purdue, and then also drivers here today.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got IndyCar drivers, both current and former IndyCar drivers. Kurt Busch, NASCAR drivers come in. Roger Penske's going to come in. He texted me last night. He said, I'm coming in, which is really, really cool. He's going to be here for it. But NASA's got a whole bunch of astronauts here. Drew Fustel, who's a Purdue grad. A lot of Purdue grad astronauts will be here. We're going to have a lot of other STEM activities taking place. We're going to have some demonstration runs for 80% of the folks who've never purchased anything from the Speedway before.
There we go.
So we're going to do a demo run with Ed Carpenter and an IndyCar, so they get to see what that's like. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
Yeah, race fans and space fans. We'll take care of you. And what a day to be a Boilermaker, by the way.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
We're rooting for them. It's a big day here. Remind us, Doug, real quick, what time gates open.
So gates are opening at 9 o'clock. We'll get everybody in here. I'm encouraging everybody to bring their coolers. It could be a long day. I don't know how long it's going to take to get out of here. It's 4 minutes of a little under 4 minutes of eclipse time. Could be hanging out with me watching the game on the big screen. So I want everybody to be patient. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, bring the patience, bring the snacks, bring the food. We're excited to have you. And you mentioned so many people here. We're going to talk to one of the scientists with NASA coming up this morning at 6:30. We're excited, though.
I'm excited.
Ready. We're ready. We'll see you guys soon.
Hey, we're live here at Butler University. This morning, folks are now coming out to start getting ready. Coming up, we're going to be talking with the director of the Holcomb Observatory. That's where we are right now. As he's getting ready, Brian Murphy, he's going to be talking a little bit more about some of the sky conditions and if we have one of those cirrus clouds, what it's going to look like. But if you want to come to Butler, it's free coming out here, and it's not just a place where you can watch the total solar eclipse with your family and friends, but it's also a place where science is being done today. We've got researchers from NSF, NCAR, National Center for Atmospheric Research. Solar scientists will be here studying the corona. We're going to be talking with Brian here shortly about what they're going to be researching with the corona, what they're hoping to see here. So you get to talk with some of these scientists as they are doing work out in the field here. So coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more with Brian about what the viewing could be like if we have one of those high cirrus clouds. He's an astronomer here at Butler University, so that's going to be really interesting to talk with him as well. But then, of course, there's the fun side of the event, too. We've got free parking at Hinkle Fieldhouse, and then you come over towards the observatory. There's a lot of green space out here. Coming up, we're going to show you some of the places where folks are going to be out here. There are going to be some food trucks, and then it's going to be a lot of fun. Experts will be out here, so you can ask them your questions throughout the day during when partial totality takes place, all the way up until totality is actually happening. So that's really cool. So coming up, we're going to have some of that information for you coming from Brian and the astronomers here talking about what that could possibly look like coming up here in the next couple of hours. Julia, back to you.
Okay, we'll check back in with you in just a bit. And glad to have you here with us on Sunrise, Matt.
I think your first appearance, so we're happy to have you here. What better day than Eclipse Day? Thanks, Matt. All right, and if you have not gotten your glasses just yet, remember there are a couple of things we want you to look out for because of safety.
Yes, so sunglasses, regular ones, they won't work. You want to verify that your glasses have the proper UV protection by looking for this label, something like this, that has the ISO label. It's usually on the inside of the glasses, but you can also also test the glasses out to make sure they work inside.
Yeah, so this is pretty simple. All you have to do is hold your phone's flashlight in front of the glasses briefly, and then if the glasses work correctly, once you pull away that flashlight, see that little dot in the center? That's exactly what you'll see if your glasses are good to go. Well, there are a couple of tips IMPD want you to remember today before you head out during the afternoon. Police say you should avoid travel during the actual eclipse or in the main path if you can.
They also say that you should not wear your eclipse glasses while you're driving. Remember, watch out for pedestrians who may not be paying attention, because there are a lot of guests in town right now with us. And do not stop along a highway or even park on the shoulder to stop out and get a look at the eclipse. That's dangerous as well.
That's the thing I think is going to be hard, though,
Yes.
because believe it or not, there have got to be people out there that have no idea what's happening today.
We really hope we've prepared you well enough that you will, but I do think that that's why they're saying most of us get off the road to make room for the people that are going to be scragglers. Yeah.
That's a good one. All right. Well, so right now there are also other helpful information items on our website that can help you get through it this morning.
All you have to do is head over to WTHR.com. Right at the top of your stories about the solar eclipse, all you have to do is hit the More button, and that'll take you right to all this information that we have here for you.
Well, in just 45 minutes on Today, Al Roker live in the path of totality for this epic solar event. That's all coming up on Today. Join 13 News and the Indiana State Fairgrounds for a full eclipse fun. You can enjoy live music, food, and games.
Remember, those gates open up in just a few hours at 9:30, or you can just join us here on 13 News for special live coverage that starts at 2 this afternoon. We'll be right back.